All right, block 2, lesson 4. Here we're going to cover a couple of submissions from both sides of the ball here, both offense and defense. Looking at the Kimura, the zip tie choke, and then a head and arm choke. So the first one I'm going to work on is the Kimura. Most basic way is we're setting our students up to get the hands off. Now whether the hands go all the way down to the deck or not doesn't really matter. Just getting them off of our chest so that we can sit up. First thing that has to happen here is we have to drop the guard and we have to build up to the elbow whichever side we're going, and we're going crossbody. Then I'll name a couple of mistakes that are going to happen here. So here, leg goes down. I'm going to build up to the elbow, then I'm going to build up to the hand. Okay? I loop over, catch, and then I cross up and I lock into my Kimura. Now I'm going to make a couple of movements here, scooting my hips out, turning, legs go over the back, and I push up and take the arm up to get the finish. So it's always same side grip, same side arm. Over the back of the shoulder, grab your own forearm and finish. So again, we're just moving the hands off, feet go down, build up to the elbow. If you can, build up to the hand, but if their hand is right here, just catch. Let's go ahead and lay back down. Turn a little bit. Notice this walking maneuver I'm doing here. Now I'm going to make that L, push the hand up to the back of the head. 2 mistakes that we want to watch for as coaches. One of the first things that'll happen here is they'll do really good switching off. Then they'll drop their feet and they'll come up on this side of the head. Okay? Wrong side of the head. Need to be over here to set up either the Kimura or later on in the lesson plan, the upsweep. So they need to be on the proper side of the head. Both hands will be on the same side. That's mistake number 1 to look for. Mistake number 2 to look for is they won't put their feet down at all. They'll try to sit up and do this with their feet locked up like this. It's possible, but very difficult to get the elevation necessary to come up for the finish. So we need to be looking for this. Make sure that we plant our feet when we build up to hit this. Off, boom, sit up. If we keep our feet tight, knees tight in the body, even if they try to sit up, try to pop out, it's going to be really, really hard for them to get up to their feet and pass before we actually get this locked up. Fall back down. And remember, it's this comb out maneuver here with my legs. Go ahead and hit my finish. Now, next choke is going to be the zip tie choke. So from here we got a nice one hand on 2 collar grip, high-low. We're going to tighten this one side collar. We're going to keep the same side of the hand we're on. So she's got a right hand, we want to be on the right collar. Now from here, instead of having this grip here, she's going to turn her thumb downward, okay? Pulling this collar tight. Now at the same time that she pops up to both feet, she's going to kind of tripod up. This one is coming across the throat for the tap, okay? Fantastic choke, and as you can tell, it's really, really strong. So again, we're 2 grips in one hand. Now she's going to pull that collar tight, switch her grip to a thumb down, and then pop up, and at the same time that she pops up, across the throat, knuckles to the mat, all the way through for the tap. Again, what you'll see here is mistaken thumb orientation. Thumb will be up, they'll have a hard time finishing. Very, very difficult to finish with the thumb up. Once you rotate the thumb down, now you can really push down into it and get your finish, okay? So, next submission that we're gonna work is what we call head and arm triangle. Now this one is one that we will see some from the lower side here. If we can go 2-on-1, is when a person starts to post up, a lot of times they'll pop up and they'll try to kind of push down, or they'll put their hand up over the top of the head, these kids, and they're kind of tripoded out and all their weight is way up over the head of the kids. So what we want to try to coach them to do is get this hand up and over the opposite side of their head. So if we see a kid up like this, we need to teach our youth, let's do the other hand for demonstration purposes. We need to teach our youth that we need to be trying to hit our submissions here. So instead of trying to push them back and push them away, we want to just come around the head. So all I'm doing is I'm putting my head beside. I'm going to lock my head right in here behind the armpit. Other hand is going to come across the head. Now I'm gonna feed to my bicep and turn my hand around backwards, and then I'm just gonna go for my finish. I'm just squeezing. So this can be taught, have the kids just pop up in the garden, stand and put both their hands on the ground above the head. And let the youth figure out exactly which one of these they want to go for. Underneath, wrap around, grab bicep, and get for the finish. An alternate way of doing this is to go 2-on-1. Pull to the mat and pull forward with your knees. Like the same maneuver we were using to maneuver our opponent with our guard. Go to the other side, we're 2-on-1. I break this grip, pulling them forward, in, lock, and I'm gonna finish.